MedicalMarijuanaBootcamp.com. I'm Chubbs.
I'm Tang. And today we're going to talk about how to go from a small closet grow to a 6,000 watt full-blown indoor grow setup. So, Chubbs, as someone who's done this,
exactly what I did, pretty much.
how the hell do you go from this little closet right here to some big ass house?
My closet grow started with seeing a copy of High Times. Was reading High Times for a long time, and for some reason one day, bing, I can do that. You know, because you look at the back, the bud of the month, the garden of the month. It's like, why am I not doing this?
Right.
This was before the internet, so I looked up hydroponics in High Times. I found a hydroponics store. Ordered, I wrote out my order.
A mail order.
Mail order to a hydroponics store. They sent it to my house, UPS, in North Orange County, and it was an ebb and flow setup that I put in my closet. 250 It was like a turnkey system. I don't recommend. It's a good way to start, but it's no. It was a ebb and flow system, 250 watt high pressure sodium. I pulled 5 harvests. The 5th harvest was good. The first 4 sucked. It was a good learning experience. Maybe I forget how long I had it. From there, I went to a 1-room setup, about 1,000 watts, to a 1-room setup with 2,000 watts, to eventually a 2-room setup. Running 6,000 watts, pulling a 2x4 tray every 2 weeks.
Wow.
And that whole was about 1.5 years from the time I got my, maybe 2 years, from the closet to when I had the full board, 2-room perpetual system going.
Wow.
And the rest is history.
And how long did you have the full board system going?
Long time.
Yeah.
Probably close to 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was...
When do you start becoming an expert?
I still don't consider myself an expert because it changes and involves the hobby, or whatever you want to call it. The art of growing changes so often, and people are coming up with new ways to do things. New strains are being invented. New crosses are happening all the time, and those crosses require specific growing environments. So people invent specific ways to grow for these strains.
Wow.
And it just changes.
So technology is evolving.
Exactly. Digital ballasts. I started off with old school ballasts, and then they went to a digital ballast.
What's ballast for those people that don't know?
It's the big giant box that you see that you have a big light. You have your 1,000 watt light that's in the hood. The cords go down and plug into a big box. That's called the ballast. Okay. And they used to weigh a ton.
Big heavy things.
Yeah, right? 100 pounds close to, and they were just big, bulky. Now they're a lot smaller and lighter. Digital technology has made that possible. Nutrient film technique, where you have just a film of water running over roots, that wasn't real popular back in the day. It was all ebb and flow, flood and drain. Aeroponics. Just technology. Things are smaller, cheaper, more accessible now than they were 10, 15 years ago.
What about LED lights? You know anything about those?
I have absolutely zero experience with LEDs, and I haven't even done any research on them, only because I haven't got into growing. I have no reason to be growing right now. Right. But with them, it's funny you asked me about them right now, because we have a growing class in nuggetry, and that's a very common question. So I'm going to school myself on LEDs, and in a future video I'll be able to tell you this is my personal opinion. Maybe we'll set up a little garden here in the studio or in the back right here or something. Cool. That would be cool. But as far as going from a small garden to a big garden, it's not impossible. Practice makes perfect. Don't plan on your first few crops being anything other than learning experiences, and that's probably one of the best pieces of growing advice I could give.
Cool. Well, for the Medical Marijuana Bootcamp, I'm Tang.
I'm Chubbs.
Peace.